Good morning and welcome to another episode of the F.A.C.Ts podcast. This is your host, TelleTheGreat. And before we get started, I got prosperity. My peoples want to read the fair use clause. I'm sorry.
Fair use, thank you. The fair use notice. This video may contain copyrighted material, the use of which has not always been specifically authorized by the copyright owner, but we are using it per fair use.
All right. And with that being said, I had a video with part one as far as engaging with our society issue with bullying. And I said that we should impose a fine for $10,000 on the parents for their child's misbehaving and committing crimes, because these are crimes. Putting your hands on people, that's assault and battery, taking property, that's robbery and stuff like that. I did mention that in my prior video. But just to give more context of what I was speaking about, I have the video here. So we're going to watch the video and I'm going to discuss the video as far as the points I was speaking about, as far as the parents getting imposed a fine for their children acting up. Check this out for me.
The community is outraged after an attack on a mother and her two young children. You can see in this video here where it happened in the South Deering neighborhood. And we are blurring the video because the people involved are all minors. Our Sharday Gray is live outside of the school where this happened. Sharday, we're learning this is not the first time that this specific group of kids attacked someone.
Exactly, Marie. The large group of parents were outside of the school calling for accountability. They say bullying has been a problem at the school, but now it's crossed the line into violence. The mother, who is also the victim, has been at the school all day talking to authorities. Damn! Damn! Disturbing video, all caught on camera. Children dragging a mother and her son to the ground. We've blurred the faces of the people involved because they're minors. Police say the 33-year-old mother and her 9-year-old son were walking near 106 and Bensley in the South Deering neighborhood when the group of kids started chasing after the mother and her children, calling them names and taunting them. Both the mother and son were taken to a hospital. Word of the attack spread quickly on social media, causing outrage among many parents.
I couldn't sleep. I was traumatized. I could not sleep. I couldn't believe it.
Shanice Davis lives in the neighborhood and says she recognizes the attackers.
This is not the first time the kids have done this. Just talk around the streets that these kids have pretty much been raising themselves and they have not been held accountable. They have vandalized cars. They have harassed adults and children.
One day after the attack, demonstrators showed up at Orville Bright Elementary School after some posted on social media threatening to harm the children behind the attack. Several police officers showed up blocking the entrance of the school to protect kids inside. Chicago Police District Council member Joseph Williams was also talking with the
We're going to make sure that this school leadership steps up and that they put a safety plan in place, that they put any plan they need to put in place to make sure that these babies feel secure. Bullying should have a zero tolerance behind it.
We reached out to Chicago Public Schools about this incident and allegations from parents that their children were bullied by the same group of kids. CPS says they're horrified by the attack and they're working closely with the mayor's office, CPD, CHA, and other city departments to provide additional support for the family. Reporting live in South Deering, Sharday Gray, CBS News, Chicago. Marie.
Thank you, Sharday.
Imagine that. You walking your kid to school and you get jumped by the children of the corn. Where are their parents? And now people are outraged. People are outraged because they're saying they're minors, but in Chicago, they came to the school. They were looking for the kids. Now, I don't think that going into having a mob available and going to go jump on some minors like pitchforks and stuff like they're Frankenstein. I don't think that's something we should be advocating and doing to the youth. because you know, they need to be taught. This is what I was talking about in the prior video, as far as the $10,000 for the bullying. Now, if their parents were more involved in everything like that, they would know that this ain't something you need to be doing. You're gonna cost me a lot of money. They'll be more involved in what their minor elementary school children. Did you hear what they said? They didn't say junior high. They didn't say high school. They said elementary school. These kids are under the 5th grade. This can't be real. And then they really put hands on this lady and her son. And she says she wants to sue the parents. I completely agree. Would the children stop? Would the parents step up? Think about it. Like, imagine that's you. And would you have taken off on them little kids and got to dropping them? They stomping your son out. He has special needs. You have sickle cell. I don't think they said her son has special needs. I believe she has sickle cell. But like that type of behavior. And guess what color they were? They were Black. Black lives matter. I tell you, they do. They really do. And so when you unpack that, when you really look and you unpack that, I saw another video with one of the parents of the children talking about that she's not going to help them because the whole city's looking for them, and she made a video. I'm like, wow. Instead of parenting again, we're going to make videos and try to go viral with our kids' mishaps, with our children, with our children's mishaps. Let me not say baby goats, with their mishaps. And it's just astonishing, the lack of accountability, on it. And that video is very troubling to me. And I just wonder in the comments and everything what people feel that should take place and what should happen to these individuals. Do you think they should see some jail time? Because that's past bullying. It wasn't at school. It was on city streets. So when you're doing things on city streets, that's breaking the law. That's a crime. That was assault, battery. And then they recorded it and posted it on social media like there's no consequences.
And then the little one dude in the little yellow, like he was Hong Kong Phooey.
Hong Kong Phooey. And again, that's prosperity. That's prosperity, my peoples. The moderator that says off camera, we call it Charlie around here. And but when you look at it, what would you have done? Think about it. They taking off on you and everything, even though they 5th graders. 10 years old. Real live children of the corn. Real live children of the corn. And they go
children of the cornbread.
And
shout out to lovely tea.
And they're really out there tripping. So, and then what do we do as a society? Do we that's why I say the $10,000 fine on the parents.
But don't worry, they got somewhere for them.
Right. And how the system's constructed and everything like that.
They already there from pipeline to prison, from preschool to prison. What is?
Oh yeah, they say a lot of stuff about us, and I'm trying to change the narrative. I just got to put it in front of our face. The first step to admitting that we have a problem. The first step to correcting the problem is admitting we have a problem. Look at me messing it up, trying to motivate and messing it up. But that's what we have to do. We got to put it right in our face, and then we got to look at the steps that we can do to correct it. Instead of pointing the fingers, the finger pointing is over. We ain't got to point to the other side.
Well, didn't they mention that the mom? I'm sorry to cut you off, but didn't they mention that the children were basically raising themselves?
Oh yeah, the news did say that.
Not the news. One of the witnesses.
One of the witnesses and the neighbors and stuff, because her child was attacked as well.
Witness, but interviewee.
Yeah, one of the victims of the victims of the.
Because she said her son was also.
Yeah, one of the victims from the assailants that got bullied, and so when so looking at that, so this is not nothing that just happened with a isolated incident to where it was just her son. This is a pattern of behavior that they do. And this is unchecked behavior. This is stuff that they feel that it's okay to do.
I'm telling you,
They
somebody's
feel
gonna
that
lay
it's,
them down.
and then they feel it's okay to do. I don't know what goes on in Chicago. I'm not from Chicago. I've never visited Chicago. So I'm not going to speak on I can't accurately speak on the environment of what they really go through in Chicago. I don't know how their law enforcement enforce anything, but I'm just going based off the video of what I've seen. Chicago needs some assistance. The parenting needs some assistance out there. Their kids are running wild. They're running wild, and they have no disregard, and they're posting like they're going to get brownie points off of disrespect.
And it's not the media.
And this isn't
This is crazy.
This isn't the other side. This isn't the left or right. This is a us issue. This is something we have to talk about within our community. We can't take pointers from the other side, because even though they're doing the mass shootings and some more stuff and everything like that, this type of behavior by children, these kids barely even went through puberty. Think about who we're talking about. We're not talking about high schoolers. We're not even talking about junior high school. We're talking about kids that still watch SpongeBob.
I'm sure they're not watching SpongeBob.
Well, whatever cartoons. I don't know. I don't watch cartoons. I don't. But they're still watching They're still watching Nickelodeon. Let's put it like that. Or YouTube stuff. They're still watching animated stuff all the time.
Well, not these. They seem to be a special breed, because
they move like adolescents and trying to be adults. So they got to be what they're not. They're thinking they watch a tad bit of adult content and listen to some adult music, but they have their childish minds. So they're obviously watching.
They're unsupervised,
yeah.
And that's why their parents need to be held accountable.
They're unsupervised and they are misguided.
They're not guided at all. So that is misguided.
Yeah, they have no structure and anything and it's other things that contribute to these factors. I'm not going to just say it's the economic structure, having to always be at work to provide a living structure.
But don't be having children.
I mean, I understand that part, but sometimes an individual, just has one. Things happen, and it's still difficult. Mistakes as far as
them was all her children. It was about 4 of them, 5.
I don't know if it was all her children.
That's what they said.
No, it was all one lady's children that did the jumping.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, she's gonna get imposed.
If I heard it correctly, the lady said, they are never supervised. They're a little family, gang-banging family.
Oh wow, that's crazy. That they're a little gang-banging family. I don't think they were all her children. I think they were.
Replay it. Let's play it again. Just go to that part.
Just go to that part. I don't really know where that part was at.
It was in the middle. It's not that long.
It was we have comments. It was multiple different kids. I believe I heard it wasn't all one. It wasn't all one lady's kids.
Oh,
it was multiple different children that was involved in the altercation. But as far as the video from earlier, listen. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Marvin Gaye. What's going on?
It's the parenting. That's what it is.
It's the parenting.
Like you said about little Timmy yesterday, and little Timmy's mom, dad, someone, whoever paying the bills where Timmy lives, just do a random sweep.
I mean,
flip everything.
Don't go in my room, Mom. But they got all these, like I said, they got all these choices. We got all these choices for individuals in the world, and with choices comes consequences. With these choices, we got choices that we can't no longer discipline our kids the way we used to back in the day. I don't advocate child abuse or anything like that, but I do believe in changing your mind. I do believe in that.
But you said about the parenting, the parenting licenses. You would learn child psychology, how to, try to nurture a decent human being.
Right.
And I mean, I know that some children go off and do their own thing anyway, but if you train them up the way they should go, 9 times out of 10, even if they do veer off, they coming back.
Mm-hmm.
But if you never had it, and I blame the parents.
Oh yeah,
That's what I blame.
like when people, and then like, you know, I'm gonna talk about the neos because, you know, you still have the in case scenarios where the parents are there, and the kid just go off the tracks. You know, I call them the neos in the matrix. They the minority of the conversation. So, you know, any argument, I know people like to bring that up. But what about these? We got to figure that out. We got to figure out their psyche, how they have parents that's there and everything, and they still go veer off. That's something. That's that choice stuff. That's something they choose to do. They have a lack of respect for authority or whatever is going on with those individuals. I don't know what causes them to still be bullies and stuff like that, even when their parents tell them not to do that. I don't know what causes that. And so I got to really address that, because I know people in the comments probably thinking, or people that's going to watch it is going to think that. I think about all aspects and all sides. And as far as
and that's when you as a parent tell them to put it down real thick. That's what you do.
What's your definition of real thick?
Real thick is get that away from me and put them in the hands of the universe.
Oh, okay. Real thick.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not gonna bring no.
No, I'm saying, you know, how do you change your mind? How do you get someone? How do you
if
change?
Someone wants to keep doing the same thing and not listen,
right?
Let them see how it is. The experience is the best teacher. Let them get it.
But how do you change a mind? Like you know, how do you get someone to see that
this isn't productive? By example,
right?
Because you learn more from imitation than education. They see their parents. That's where it starts. In the beginning, it started with them.
Okay.
And I know, like I said, but if you
they didn't saw that. They didn't saw that, and they didn't took
why 15 and 16-year-olds can't read? Their parents didn't read to them at night, at least 15 minutes a night.
But
they teach them phonics. They don't know anything because they weren't taught anything.
What I'm saying is that's okay. That happened. The DeLorean is not invented, or we don't know it's invented. But now that's happened. That's what I'm saying. Now that's happened, they're here. They have this mind structure, and they're trying to navigate through life, and we still have a responsibility to them, even though we may have shown some ill practices, some stuff. How do we change their mind to say, hey, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we got to. How do we can't go back? We can't.
But MK Ultra.
MK Ultra. I mean, you say
what? I mean, I don't know.
But do you understand the question I'm prefacing?
I do. I'm just saying, but if they would have been taught that it's easier to raise a nice, healthy child than to fix a broken one at 15.
Well, okay.
You teach them.
So you
don't put them down. Teach them. Ask them, like you mentioned. How do you feel? They have feelings. You got to be involved as a parent.
So the question that I had proposed to individuals, and I had said is, we do a lot of self-assessing and say what we're good at and what we can do. And the number one thing I hear is about both sides, men and women, that I'm a great parent. I can do this well. But then if you ask their children, they have a completely different view of their parent. If you ask them, they'll be like, they're never there. Their opinion is completely different on far as how they feel. And so when you say that, do you have the courage to ask your child, what do you think about me? How do you feel I'm doing as a parent? Do you feel I'm there? Do you feel I give you the proper knowledge to survive in the world as an adult? Do you think I taught you how to be successful? Do you feel that way? Do you feel if you had to go just based off what I taught you that you could survive out there? based off what I've showed you, based off what you've seen from me. You think you can do it better than me and elevate the legacy and be better than me. Did I give you enough skills? Did I give you enough tools? Does anything I say register with you? Did it stick?
You mentioned about the mindset, about how we change it. Okay, now thinking about how you were trained, because it is training,
right?
As opposed to non-training. Even being trained, like you said, you can
go off the rails.
Get rusty, but those muscles are there. And if you know what I'm saying, the muscles are there.
We got the moderator messing up and stuff, you know, like she knows to keep stuff on silent and everything like that during these times.
This call.
Okay, well, you need to put it on vibrate.
Not right in the
okay, all right, I feel you. But as I was saying and everything like that, now that they go off the rails, and that's the mindset. And that's the mindset, and something that they have to fix, and they have to really care. Like you have to really that's something like, I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make you drink. I can tell you everything and give you all the tools, but now at this point in time, I've even showed you how to use them. You really have to implement. Like sometimes though, sometimes you run into those end case scenarios. You have people that were there for their children. You have people that
but that's really an anomaly.
Like I said, but I'm just addressing it. I'm not, so
we are talking about.
So I'm talking about across the board. I don't keep it one. I keep it factual. I'm just saying. So I can't leave those individuals out of the discussion. I'm talking but again, it's not about them. It's about the majority, the ones that aren't there, and the children are off the Richter scales. Like they are 7.2s and on the earthquake scale. So
it was a young man at Walmart asked, can he wash the windows as bad as it was raining? Well, not really, baby, because it's raining. But what you doing out here at 9? Don't you have school in the morning? I'm trying to help my mama get the rent money.
Oh yeah, it's bad right now. It's
because my daddy in jail.
Oh, it's beef jerky right now. Oh, stale beef jerky. It's a $3 steak in life right now. Like
I just split what I have with him,
Like I had told my cousin that right now I can't even afford to entertain company. You come to my house right now, how the economy is, you come to my house and think you cold, I'm gonna tell you better dress for the occasion. It's an igloo up in here. You need a blanket? You need a blanket? I can't don't get thirsty. The water bottles is strictly counted. I need every ounce. It's tough right now. And these are jokes, but they for real jokes. They for real. But back to if you would plan your child, having a child. It's like not putting a cart before the horse. Not putting the cart before the horse, but like.
And I did it, but that's why I'm saying it. And my children didn't come out too bad.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But everybody got their facts and faults and stuff that they do as far as life. And while we here, it's just trying to, like, my whole question I'm proposing and everybody is like, what can you do? What can you do? I'm talking to you who's watching this. The ones I may reach, the ones that may hear it. I'm talking to you. What can you do when you look in the mirror and you think about your offspring? If you have offspring, your niece, your nephew, being a big brother, big sister, trying to mentor, and you look at what you have in the world, which your village is responsible for. You look at that, and then you're like, have I said something valuable that they can take? Have I done anything memorable that they had cherished, that they think about, like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. Such and such. Look, I look up to such and such. That's gonna disappoint them.
Social media and bad parenting is ruining us.
Oh, U.S. of A. As the Clint, as not Clinton, what was that boy name? Bush, as Bush used to say. But as far
That's what it is. And if take accountability. Oh, my son wouldn't do this. My daughter wouldn't.
but then like, but like I said, the other video I saw with the woman talking about that the whole city of Chicago is looking for her son. That was kind of disturbing to me. And then I went, like we all do, I said, I read the comments. I want to see what everybody else thinking. Is everybody who thinking like me right now? Who think what I think? And then, the world thought like I thought. So that lets me know I ain't crazy. They was like, dang, she not gonna do something about it. Her son did this, dang, she just gonna put it on the social media. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all of them do something when kids ain't around, but and she was like, even the good ones, even the halo wearers, even the halo rockers, they got it too. But like I said on the video, she shouldn't have I wouldn't have put my son out there like that. I was still, they're still elementary school children, and then that like your mama ain't got your back.
They ought to release the names of all them little girl rats.
Adults is tripping right now. Adults that went up to the school trying to mangle them out and everything like that.
Somebody need to.
I don't approve of the adults mangling them out. I don't. Nah, that ain't. Nah.
I fight you. Especially at cornbread.
I understand, but it has to be the heat of the moment. Just going up there.
Somebody hit you, you hitting back. They should be taught better.
Right. They should be taught better, but I can see in the heat in the moment, but not going home having time to think about it.
That's why they mama should have a double fine.
I mean, and so like that's why I say
10,000 per crumb snatcher.
I ain't gonna stoop down to anyone's level and get the whipping out. But I go holler at your mom and your daddy, and if they get a little cock mouth with it, then they will take it from. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what's wrong. And I'm not saying beating down like
I don't agree with the adults. Like I think the adults need to get with adults, and as far as what is being practiced in the home, that's and yeah, I see that too. Now adults are bullying kids now.
I know if that would have been me and my mom, oh wow.
But now
I'd be a 30-year-old ghost because I'd have died. Embarrassing her like that? Come on, man.
Right. You can't be doing that. But I don't, like I said, I feel that the parents, like that lady who put her son on the other video and said that the city's looking for, I feel she should reach out to the victim, that lady and the mother and everything like that. And and as far as fines and penalties, you want to press charges on you, and you got to take that. You got to take that. That's called accountability. You got to take that. You know what I'm saying? But you're handling the situation like it has to be handled. And now you have to take some accountability of how you allow your kid to grow up. If you're not all the way there, if you are there, you're gonna have to do some checks and some stuff, and then it's a difficult process. It's a village. But you got to start somewhere as far as like just putting your kid on blast and stuff. I don't agree with that. I don't know what her relationship with her child is or what's going on. So as far as maybe that is the best course of action for her, maybe it will get his attention. I'm up for changing minds and get you to see the light. I'm just trying to see the real. So if that does,
well, I mean, I wouldn't have beat his ass on camera or nothing like that. I would have. We would have definitely had, but the way they act, I'm sure they got some smart mouths. They'd have been talking shit to you. Stuff to you. Then that would have invoked something in me. So that's why I say, that's why you got to get on away from me with that type of behavior. You say they need some occupancy. They got somewhere for them to go. Make that parenting license thing happen.
They got somewhere to go, and for the individuals that can't get it together, they will they call it 3 hots and a cot. You get to sit down and have a real sit down. And so
You remember how back in the day your mom say, if you go to jail, don't call here. Don't use your phone call here. Now, if you go to jail over something real serious, you know you had to really defend yourself. But over some stupid stuff, you better not call my house. You better call Tyrone, Lee, anybody but me.
But yeah,
No, you don't condone their behavior. Is what you do. You don't, and you give them some type of consequence.
So you feel that the consequences that is in most households are not strict enough to get the attention of the individual.
Yeah, but I'm talking about other kids that may want to be a bully, but these children here, they already said the mama don't ever be there, so they lost and turned out already.
So go. So I'm going. So like just to make
So
sure.
you maybe get a facility, try to get them some real deep mental, because if she's leaving them, you know, nutrition, you know, psychology, all these things that develop a child, they lack it.
So she doesn't.
So they need a facility for bad parents and children of bad parents.
So is it bad parenting or is it lack of resources?
It's bad parenting because you know you don't have no resources in the beginning. At the beginning of the day, you know you don't have this. So why would you go get a baby?
So, but what if they had it and something happened?
So now you so you have one baby, but then they be going to having 3 and 4 and 5 other babies. In the situation, your money ain't changed.
But what I'm saying, as far as and like you can have like I said, I'm not talking about, but there are those in case scenarios and stuff like that where, you know, I'm just,
you know, a couple of them,
you know, where the in case scenarios where things have happened and
they screwing unprotected. Absolutely, that's what's happening. Sure enough, you got that right. Bingo, ding ding ding.
Interesting. Interesting.
They not teaching them shit. Like I say, with the drunk driving, ain't nobody saying don't drink. Drink till your liver go out. Just don't get behind the wheel and kill up innocent people. If you want to have sex, do it. But don't have no children that you can't take care of. Another $20,000 fine. 6 months in jail.
$20,000 fine.
Unregulated breeding.
Yeah. No, unregulated. No, it's not unregulated. What's called
unauthorized.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna say unauthorized reproduction. That's what we gonna call it. Okay. And we're gonna try to see if Capitol Hill messing with me because I'm only a bill sitting on Capitol Hill. And I'm gonna see if they messing with it. I doubt y'all.
The people gonna run off you too.
I doubt the people sign up for like, dang, $10,000. If my son slaps somebody, I really got to be in his life. I got to slap him in the house first before he go outside. Look here, these $10,000. You see that? That's 10 bands. I'm gonna need you not to go to school doing that, okay? Chill out, all right?
No, but seriously, the children now.
Chill out, all right? Keep your hands in the pocket, man. Keep your hands in your pocket. I don't got the money. I don't got the money to pull it out. You better chill out. I'm gonna mess around and kids they're gonna be giving up kids like, hey, listen here. I don't know what y'all taking children. Let's lower the age so y'all can take them into the military since they want to be soldiers, since they claim they're warriors and they're grown. Let's lower that age. They want to be warriors. But no, again, entertainment purposes only. I'm throwing out opinions out there and joking. I'm trying to get your mind rolling and going. Get your mind going. Get you thinking. Quit thinking about somebody else's celebrity business. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get it going, you know. But just imagine that. To get that thing going. So
it should be.
And then the parenting license, you know what I'm saying? I've had from I'm gonna call them my elders. You know what I'm saying? I had some pushback. They was like, it's like abortion. I'm like abortion. Like, explain. It's killing a kid. I was like, do you know the definition of killing? It has to have something to kill. If there's nothing to kill, there's no killing. We're taking away people's choices. No, you have the choice to be a parent. You just have to go through these protocols. And you have everything. You have the right to do it and everything. We're just protecting the society. I don't like looking over my shoulder 24/7 because people are starving.
Especially for a 10-year-old.
I don't think I should have to walk down the street and worry about people that's watching Dora the Explorer trying to come whoop me. Right? Are you smarter than, or can you whoop a fifth grader? That's the type of shit we got going on now. Can you whoop a fifth grader? Who think they got hands to whoop a fifth grader? Because that's what's going on. Can you whoop a fifth grader? You ain't got to even be smarter than them no more. You got to be able to chunk them. Get down with them. Like, what is going on with the world? And then, like, I wonder, and this is just how my mind works. I wonder if it was different races, like, how would the public react? When I say different races, I don't care.
Did you say
I don't care what color.
Maybe they do that too.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying on them, like how the narratives be like, oh, the white on white, the black on white. Like, I wonder if it was switched. I'm just wondering, like, just say it was a bunch of white fifth graders that whooped on her. Imagine that. Like, it was like, and they came through with their lunch pails and everything, and they blonde hair, blue eyes. But you know what I'm saying? They come through smashing and swinging lunch.
I just don't think Timmy and Leslie doing it.
I'm just saying, but just imagine. I said, so what? I wonder what
it may be.
It may be. You can't. But I was like, just what would the narrative be? How would our side really respond? I see how they responded in Chicago. They want to string the kids up like they Frankenstein. I don't think that's the way. But I wonder, would it even be more violent? Like, would it even be like, we got to do this?
Okay, this is the answer. Okay, if you don't have the means to take care of children adequately and get this parenting license, because I'm hoping that goes into effect real soon. Why would you want to bring a child into the world that you can't take care of?
I got free choice.
Okay, but you say, mistakes. I don't think getting pregnant is a mistake. Maybe walking down the stairs and kind of almost falling down. I missed that step. That's kind of a mistake like that. But laying down, humping, protected is, what you're doing.
Right. But doing that and like I said prior.
Just stop having, and don't nobody have no more kids. Period. Just stop. Everybody. No more.
That's a radical thought, but I was saying it's for.
Well, look at this. Look at that. That was radical.
That was radical, but what I'm saying, as far as this choice, it's so many choices. Like, I had heard the one lady say that, she wants to explore. People like to explore. You like to explore when you're young. I should pull up her clip and what she said about that,
but then your mom should be teaching you about the birds and the bees.
Right, absolutely.
They had sex education, like they had child development back in the day.
I feel
and
that.
all type of stuff.
I feel that, but I'm going to cut you off. But I feel that. What I'm saying is that it's the choices. Instead of choosing not to have unprotected sex because of the consequences of getting pregnant, they're not even thinking about STDs. That's the furthest thing. They're thinking about, everything I hear is always about a baby. They don't even think about HIV. They think about KID. You can't shake that HIV and that AID. I don't know. I don't know about what they talking about with shaking that.
But what do they mama play around most of the time? What they mama watching? Some overly sexual series. That's all they talk about on the music, and their parents expose them to it.
Right.
So what do you think? They not stupid. They just little people.
Right, but then so what I was saying though, like, so as far as that, you know, that what they exposed to in the environment and everything like that, that's again that the choices. I was speaking about the choices and stuff like that, like the environment. That's cool. I'm talking about before life is even created, before it even gets to that point to where you're exposing them to things, to where I'm talking about the choice to get where you're mentally, where you like the reckless behavior in living. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, oh, now the kids here, and I'm talking about the woman said that this generation likes to explore and everything like that, and the choice should be if she want to get an abortion or not. It ain't. It's her body, her choice. The man don't have nothing to say. So like, and then when you fully put the like that man, that Andrew, I forget his name, I forget his last name.
Andrew Tate?
No, not Andrew Tate. It's a white guy. It's a white gentleman that's on our podcast, and he said some real stuff I had seen recently. He was like, you know, he said it makes no sense to him. He was like, women have the sole ownership over life. They can choose to keep it or eliminate it. If they choose to eliminate it, if the man wanted to keep life, he has nothing to say about it because it's her body, her choice. If she chooses to keep it and the man doesn't want to participate because he didn't want the child, she can mess up his life financially and everything like that. Like and then she has complete control over life and everything like that. And again, and when that woman made that comment about, you know, I can just get an abortion, and he was like, well, what if the man wanted to keep? Well, it's my body, is my choice. So, but then, like, just like the comedian Dave Chappelle said, shout out to Dave, it's my wallet, my choice. You know what I'm saying?
It should be that
you
way.
know, but like, and then like that guy Andrew said, like, since she has complete control over life, then it shouldn't be her responsibility to pay if the man doesn't want to pay, because he didn't want a child. Why does he have to pay? But if she didn't want a child, she can eliminate it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's an unfair advantage to a man for his legacy if he wants anything like that. And so, and like when she said that comment, it's like, dang, this is how they view sex and life.
Because that's all they see. That's all they hear.
I mean, but like this is how they view sex and life. It's disposable. It's like
abortions. That's just a convenient method of birth control.
It's disposable, and that's a cold when you sit back and think about it. When you hear it and you read in between the lines, that's a very disturbing thought that we have women, mother nurturers, whatever, because everything in the media, social media, and everybody think about, the opposite sex, females, can't really say nothing bad about them. The feminists destroy me. But these are the nurturers. These are the carriers and the carriers of life. This is how they feeling. I don't know how I can say that's how that individual was feeling. And it's a lot of them that feel that way. It's a lot.
She was a Looney Tune.
It was more than one Looney Tune in the world. It was the Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Foghorn Leghorn, Elmer Fudd, Porky Pig.
No, she was
a bunch of them
in her mind. That was the.
I mean,
she was delirious.
Delirious. I mean,
and delusional.
Delirious and delusional, but my time is running short. I do appreciate the individuals that did tune into the F.A.C.Ts podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Go to my YouTube. It's at TelleTheGreat. Facebook is Martell Trotter, aka TelleTheGreat. You can search me on.
What kind of ideas? What can we do to take down the city council
and then
get involved and make a change?
Get in the comments. Let me know how you feel as far as what's making a change in your community, our community, the world, because that's our community, the world. So let's go ahead and try to make this change and everything like that, and see what's going on. But again, you can always reach me on TikTok, TelleTheGreat. I'm on Instagram, TelleTheGreat. I'm on YouTube, TelleTheGreat, and on Facebook, Martell Trotter, aka TelleTheGreat. Hit me in my inbox, like, share, and subscribe. Get the algorithm up to get it to more people. Let's pay it forward and let's try to change our community. Hey, y'all have a good day.